Hurricane Sally has just made landfall, and with more on that, we're going to turn things over to meteorologist Sharon Ray. And Sharon, the trouble with this is the speed, the trajectory that this storm is making.
Right.
It's going to dump some serious rain on folks there near the Gulf Coast.
That's right. We're talking storm totals here of 10 to 20 inches, but local amounts up to 35. And there has already been flooding and heavy rain, and it's going to continue because this thing's not moving very fast. It has made landfall according to the National Hurricane Center. They're saying it's near Gulf Shores, Alabama, and moving very slowly with 105-mile-an-hour sustained maximum winds here, gusting as high as 125. It is a Category 2, pounding the coastline and only moving at 3 miles an hour right now. So not seeing much movement with this storm at this time as it continues to track toward the north. And that again causing the problematic rainfall amounts as well as the storm surge, 4 to 7 foot storm surge continuing through the day today where this is making landfall. A few tornadoes also possible with this. So certainly a very powerful storm, catastrophic and life-threatening rain expected and flooding in that area. So as we go through the day, it's moving a little more to the northeast now, and you can see by 1 o'clock it starts to move a little farther inland, starting to speed up a little as it gets closer to Defuniak Springs, Florida, and then continuing to track off to the east-northeast. And in its path, we're still looking at about 4 up to 8 inches of rain as that continues to move into Georgia. So certainly a storm that we're happy it didn't come here, but certainly hoping for those folks there with that nasty storm in that area. Right now, back at home, we are in the 70s. It's quiet outside in the coastal bend. There's no rain, not a drop falling right now, and the wind is hardly blowing and still coming in from the northwest, and that is going to stay very light today. Not much of a breeze today, up to 10 miles an hour. Kind of unusual for Corpus Christi, isn't it? And as we go through the next few days, that wind will gradually come up, but not a lot. You can see the wind speeds here only increase to about 18 miles an hour by the time we get into the weekend. So as far as any rain, we do have that potential later this afternoon, although there's nothing out there now. As we get into the afternoon hours, this boundary here with a little daytime heating should spark a couple showers and thunder showers, and that chance will increase for tomorrow. So looking at temperatures, topping out near normal. Normal is around 90 degrees now, so sitting in the upper 80s to near 90 for a good chunk of the afternoon. The heat index up to 101 and that very light wind blowing, and that makes for good boating conditions. But if you're going to the beaches, remember, we do have water higher on the beaches during high tide today, and we are going to see that coastal flood advisory continuing and winds up to 10 knots, 2 to 4 foot seas. High temperatures this afternoon reaching into those lower 90s. Inland Alice about 93 today, Sinton 92, and Robstown 93, 90, Corpus Christi. Just a hot afternoon across the coastal bend. And as far as rain, you can see Future Tracker after 2 o'clock this afternoon, I think is our better chance of seeing that rain. And then it'll continue to pop up, and especially from about Corpus Christi westward, a couple of showers or thunder showers could produce some locally heavy rain. Those die out tonight. Now tomorrow we've got a little better lift in the atmosphere. We've got an upper level wave coming across. So tomorrow we should have a little bit more coverage here to the rain. We'll call it scattered for Thursday afternoon and even into Friday. That's going to continue, and that's going to keep our temperatures down. If we look at our rainfall forecast potential here through Friday, we see that we're in this blue area here, a half an inch to an inch and a half. A couple of purple spots showing up here, meaning we could see some spots picking up over an inch and a half of rain, but those would be very local. So a look at the 7-day forecast. You could see isolated rain today and then more scattered for tomorrow and into Friday. The weekend's looking dry.